Hi there, I'm Kathleen Pagnini, and this is Gardenia. She's only 3 months old. And welcome to Inner Core Fitness. What is inner core fitness? Well, you already know what your outer core is when you do a sit-up, a crunch, a plank, a squat, a bicep curl, anything that you go to the gym and you can cortically contract, voluntarily contract. You go, you pick a muscle, and you train it. That is outer core. That's what we call your coat muscles, the outside, the ones that you can see, so you train them, okay? Now, the problem is not so much that we have an inner core and an outer core. The problem is they have basically absolutely nothing to do with each other. Okay, so the inner core, or the inner corset as we call it, literally covers the area from right below the boob to right about here where the hip bones are, okay? So it's this area. That's the area that we're gonna be covering in this course, all right? So the corset muscles are made up of the diaphragm, the pelvic floor muscles are at the bottom, then you have a transversus muscle in the front that actually go from side to side. Then you have some thoracolumbar fascia around the back and the sides. So this inner core literally looks like a capsule with a top and a bottom, and just like this. And this capsule surrounds your spine. So we go through a lot of awareness exercises, and we revisit these places and understand that your spine is more in the middle of your body with the weight-bearing part behind your belly button. So if you imagine that your spine, or understand that your spine starts here, behind the eyes and between the ears, and goes all the way down at your sacrum, and then goes to your tailbone is the end of your spine. So this inner core, or inner corset, literally surrounds your spine. So what it does is, with the intention of moving, the intention, your brain prepares your body by protecting your spine prior to any outer or periphery coat movement. So the inner core, inner corset, literally narrows and lifts your internal organs, flattens, it acts just like a corset all day long, all right? So it's not that you don't have it and it's not on, it's just not working. It's not a working corset. It's not laced. So when we have back pain, when we have leaking, when we have sexual difficulties, and the list goes on, this is, if there's nothing else going on, this is a lack of inner core, inner corset strength. Now the very important thing is that it pre-activates a millisecond prior to the outer core, or the coat. So if this pre-activation isn't happening, guess what? We're unsupported, and we are using all of these coat muscles to hold us up, stabilize us, and move us. So guess what's happening? We are becoming tense, stiff, sore, in pain. And when in reality, your corset is separate than your coat. But since we've failed to retrain our corset properly, we use our coat muscles to do the corset's job. So what we're gonna do in the workshops is literally wake up this corset. Wake it up with imagery, visualization techniques, awareness techniques, and to get it to start working in your life again. There's no reason that you should not have this corset on until you're 125. No reason, all right? So you should never, leaking when you cough or sneezing is common. It's so common, but remember, it's never normal. And back pain and all of these other things, really take a look at what you're doing, because you may just need to strengthen this internal corset so you can set it and forget it, and it will last you for a lifetime. Take you where you want to go. Allow your mobility muscles to free up, okay? So we're not in pain and using these muscles to do two jobs. All right, so that's what the workshops and the classes will entail. Teaching the next workshop is going to be at Scripps Hospital in San Diego in La Jolla, September 30th, 2017, this year. And it's from 10 to 3, so it's a 5-hour workshop. Contact me if you're interested in going. Remember, this system is amazing. There's no pills required, no surgery required, no pads, no crunches, no sit-ups. None of this is required, all right? So this is an amazing program. All we have to do is re-access our nervous system. That's what we do. That's what we're doing. We're actually training our corset by imagery visualization. We're not training it with a crunch, all right? So, and remember, there's 3 layers of the pelvic floor muscle, so we're really not going to be doing a lot of Kegels in the beginning, all right? So we'll access that layer towards the end of the class or the course, so you understand how it works from the inside to the outside. And since you can't train it like you can a bicep or a sit-up muscle, or your out rectus abdominis or obliques, you cannot train this inner corset that way and directly, so we have to trigger it. That's the key. Trigger it so it starts participating in our lives and starts literally activating prior to us moving. So I used to be a 35-year fitness Pilates expert, bodybuilder, aerobic champion. I did it all right? So I found that this is the best thing I've done in the last 10 years. I haven't done anything else. Inner core. So I like to leave you with one thought. All right, so I want to show you where, let's just stand up, and I'm going to show you where your bony landmarks are and how you're going to be sitting in a chair. So first of all, when people are bending over, they're bending in the wrong place. All right, so this is going to cause a lot more problems. We're really going to literally refine our movements in this class, so we're not moving incorrectly to add to these problems of all this pressure in here. So we bend from here. This is the underwear line, right? So when I say the underwear line, we bend here. Now the pelvis is here. Remember, so the sacrum, tailbone goes down. So we're going to be bending from here. Feel around for your sits bones. Those sharp bones back there. You're going to sit on those, not behind them, but right on top. All right, so feel those bones, find out where they are. All right, so your leg goes up, and you're gonna bend here, and then you're gonna sit on the sits bones. So I'll do it so you can see. We're gonna bend, and then I'm gonna sit, and then I'm going to come up. Bend, sit. So this is half of me, and this is the other half of me, okay? So you bend and you sit down. Now, the other thing I want to tell you is that you have between 35 and 40 pounds of guts that's sitting inside of your internal corset. So if this isn't supported, what's really holding up all of that weight, okay? That is your internal corset. Remember, maybe I didn't say this prior, when your internal corset fires, it fires all at once. You don't train one piece. It simultaneously, all at once, a millisecond prior to your outer voluntary movement. That's just how it works. That's how we got up to walk as babies. It was the internal corset, not our leg muscles, not our arm muscles, the internal corset. So this exercise is called a parasol exercise. I want you to imagine an umbrella upside down, and it's got 35 to 40 pounds of guts down here, and that's what you have in here. So you have this internal upside down parasol, and it's holding up the guts, 30, 40 pounds. So this is an image, this is an exercise, a brain exercise. This will help trigger the pelvic floor. Remember, we cannot train the inner core like we do the outer core. We must facilitate it and allow it to awaken and allow it to just start working. So we trigger it by tugging and pulling on certain parts and imagery. You know, bony parts like your sits bones and stuff, tailbone. Okay, so we have this upside down parasol housing the guts, okay? So it's the exercise is guts before butts. So you're gonna go guts. So already my brain is lifting, I'm activating this part of my anatomy. Guts, butts. Same thing when I sit down. Karate chop. Guts, butts. Sit on my sits bones. Guts, butts. Guts, butts. Guts, butts. That's it. Guts, butts. So you just practice this. Practice when you're sitting in a chair. Practice when you're getting out of a chair. Practice when you're going up the stairs. Practice when you're going up a hill. Anything inclined like this, it really helps you activate your internal corset. So if I'm going up a hill, I'm at an incline, right? So send my sits bones back, and I think of the, I know it looks probably weird, but guts before butts as I go up the hill. I don't have a hill here, but that's my story. Now, I'm also doing some local classes at Torrance Memorial, and you can check those out. We have some new classes starting next week. Okay, so I think they're Monday night and Wednesday night. So again, they're on my website, innercorefitness.com. All right, so I also have a 6-week program, online program. You're welcome to that as well. So for now, signing off, Sleepy Gardenia and I say ciao ciao for now. Ciao ciao for now, brown cow. And always remember, you know, gratitude, being grateful every day just for what you have, for who you are. The fact that you're at this place in your life to where you're getting healthier. And you're going to help your other women friends get healthier, and your daughters and your daughters' daughters. So we'll see you soon at one of the next workshops. Can you say ciao ciao? Ciao ciao. Think she can learn Italian?